Hey there YouTube, this is Mrlubufu, and as you can see there's my Pro Tour Qualifier Top 8 playmat. In addition to that, while I didn't win, I was able to get a hold of a box, a pre-opened box that the store gave away, but they opened it right there, filled with Dragon's Maze, Gatecrash, and a bunch of Ravnica packs. And as you can see there's one line missing. When people loan me cards, which someone loaned me a Guide to St. Traps for the tournament, I take out some of my winnings and I give it to them as thanks if I win stuff, as is only fair. So I'm going to be having a new series which will be lasting, I believe, 11 weeks, so a decent amount of time, a couple months, in which I open all 3 packs and sort of discuss the draft picks, the sealed picks, so if you were going draft or sealed, and then which of the 3 packs has been best. So, this is going to be the first week of it, so we're going to go ahead and start right up. So, we have Dragon's Maze, Gatecrash, and Ravnica. As always in draft, you always open the newest set first. So we're going to go ahead and start. The way I draft, and this is how, if you look at my raw videos, I pull any cards that I think are very, very powerful to the front or playable. So you have Runner's Bane. I'd immediately pull this Beetle Form Mage to the front. For a first pick, it's quite good. We have Maze Rusher, Bane Alley Blackguard, Orzhov Cluestone, Crypt Incursion. This Deputy of Acquittals I'd probably bring to the front, but not in front of the Beetle Form Mage. Riot Control, unless we were resentment drafting, which you'll see, which I'll have videos of later, will come up. We have a Windrake. A Haunter of the Night Veil will come in front, as will a Crisis Incubation. Give Take's also quite playable, and our rare is a Pontiff of Flight, and that's a foiled Turnburn, and an Izzet Guildgate. So this pack is actually quite powerful. We have lots of options. So the foiled Turnburn is already pretty sick, and that's actually going to go into my cube. I'm also assuming no rare drafting here, like if I open something expensive but not terribly playable, I wouldn't necessarily take it. So we have basically, we have 6 picks that I would consider to be good enough for first picks. Pontiff, Foil Turnburn, Give Take, Crisis Incubation, Haunter, and Beetle Form Mage. Deputy of Acquittals is good, not quite there. Runner's Bane is also good, but Windrake's also playable, and the Guildgate is also playable, but there's too many good cards to not take it. So, from these, it's kind of very, very close. I'm leaning towards the Haunter of the Night Veil, just because we have here 3 strong Simic cards. If we take one of the Simic cards, we're passing the signal that Simic might be open. Haunter of the Night Veil is incredibly powerful, and it can just do a lot of work. Turnburn, also quite good. Izzet also solid, but the fact that it's foil actually will have people probably want to jump into Izzet more so. And Pontiff is still good. Like, it's not insane. I've played with it before. It's not insane. And I think Haunter of the Night Veil is actually more powerful than it. Just once it hits the board, people need an answer for it. So I'd probably take the Haunter of the Night Veil, but this is an incredibly close pick overall. So that means it's a pretty awesome pack. And for sealed, if this was a sealed pack, it'd be great because we have 3 strong Simic cards, and off our blue splash, or like we could splash black for Haunter or red for Turnburn. We got the Izzet Guildgate to help if we want to splash the Turnburn. Like, lots of options here in that pack. So this was a pretty good draft pack. Better sealed pack, of course, because then you get all of these cards. Like, if you ever have 6 cards in contention for your first pick, it's a sign you have a good sealed pack. So now onto Gatecrash. We have Night Watch, Gutter Skulk, Disciple of the Old Ways, Scatter Arc, Psychic Strike. Madcap Skills is quite powerful. Death's Approach, Balustrade Spy as well. The reason I'm pulling the Spy to the front is now I've seen that most of the pack so far has been weak, so we might have to consider it. Guild Scorn Ward, Gruul Keyrune. Our first uncommon was Gruul Keyrune, of course, but our second is Gridlock, our third is Simic Keymune, and our rare, well, and a foil Aetherize. And then, of course, Mountain of Night token. So, Based on what we took at the beginning, we might have to work to have this enter our deck. But Planeswalkers are Planeswalkers in Limited, and if you don't know, they're quite good. If the Domri Rod wasn't in the pack, like, the pack is pretty weak. Like, pretty much Battleshot's by Nightcap or Snapcap. I know it's Madcap, but it's Snapcap because you take it and you snap it. But the Foil Aetherize also pretty cool, but I think like you gotta make Domri work. Period. So this was a very weak pack for draft, except for of course the Domri Rod, Domri Raid, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Domri Rod. You can judge my pronunciation in the comments below. And on to the Return to Ravnica pack. Urban Burgeoning, Mizium Skins, Dynacharge, Skullrend. Hussar Patrol is quite playable, but it may not match with the colors we already have. Stonefair Crocodile, Gorehouse Chainwalkers, playable, and an action induction. Here we have an Izzet Guildgate, and a Keenan Apparition. Our first uncommon is Fall of the Gavel. Our second is Rogue's Passage. Our third is Rakdos Cackler, and then we get a Chaos Imps. So it's very possible that because of the Domri Rod, we start forcing a little bit more red. Like, it would have been best, of course, with the power of hindsight, knowing that these Simic cards were here, to go Simic and then splash a little bit of red for the Domri Rod. Go green, blue, red. Help with if we had the turn burn as well, and the Izzet Guildgate. Because then we can follow it up with the Chaos Imps, because Chaos Imps is very powerful. I mean, anytime you have a 6-power flyer, that does a lot of work. The rest of the pack is not actually that impressive. Like, we have a lot of playables in the form of Hussar Patrol's playable, Mizium Skin is sort of playable, Dynacharge is if you're more in the aggro deck. Crocodile's fine, Gorehouse Chainwalker is quite good. Same with an action induction and a gate, Keenan Apparition, Rogue's Passage, and Rakdos Cackler. Like, we have at least half the pack is like good and playable, but of the like first pickable cards, it's only basically Chaos Imps. Like the rest of the pack is pretty empty. So trying to get synergy in here would be pretty tough. I mean, if this was a sealed pool, it'd be pretty easy. Go green, blue, red. Yeah, you lose the Haunter Nightveil and the Pontiff of Blight, but we already got 2 Izzet Guildgates, one from this pack, and we got one right here. So that'd help with the fixing there of the red. In this one, I don't think we got a gate. Yeah. But we did get a Simic Keyroom if we wanted to work on fixing the mana here. We did get a Windrake and a Runner's Bane. So for sealed, like, green, blue, red seems like a direction you might want to be going into. Again, Domri Rod is a powerful card. And the fact that we've got 3 very good Simic cards. People don't give as much love to give-take as they should. But I think that this would be probably a good approach for sealed. Knowing, of course, only half the packs. Like, the other 3 packs could have insane other cards, and it'd be a hard decision. For draft, of course, it's always hard because you have to be able to read signals from your opponents and everything, but this guy does a lot of work. Like, even in pack 2, I would probably, not necessarily like jump ship altogether, but I would certainly go through some hoops to make him work, just because Planeswalkers are powerful. He's not necessarily the most powerful, but he can do a lot of work. Anyway, that's it for the first week. So thank you guys all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and look forward for next Friday for the next episode. Thank you all for watching.